There you go.
You on Facebook Live?
No.
No?
No.
Where are you live at?
It's YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
It's live right now.
Sorry.
Asking silly questions. You know how silly you look right now? This is going to save on my YouTube. Everybody's going to know how silly you are now, Tiffany.
That's fine.
It's not fine.
You don't want them to know how silly I am?
I don't want them to know how silly you are. I know how silly I am. What do I do with this?
One more. Oh no, that's it.
Silly. Open carton, hot water.
You're on step 2.
I'm reading. That stamps 12 minutes. Preheat 2 tablespoons. Oil. Okay, so put enough. I don't have oil in there though. Does a Crisco work?
You can throw some butter in there if you need to.
I think that's what she was saying.
That's 400.
Is this a tablespoon?
No.
Crisco and butter.
Butter.
Yeah. You don't have to worry too much about that.
Okay.
Because it's on my other YouTube account. So like, imagine everybody that watches my main YouTube. Subtract it by that same number. That's how many people know about this YouTube.
Which YouTube is this?
It's mine. It's my personal one.
Oh,
It's got the zoo videos.
Yeah.
My review of Warcraft the movie. It had some other movie reviews, but I guess I deleted them. Probably because they were terrible.
Yeah, probably.
That hurts.
I was talking about the movie.
Well, that was what the review was about. The terrible movie. Actually, I did it when I was like walking to and from work. But the Warcraft movie, I kept that one because that shit was terrible. That was also the same night that while I was recording, Rachel called me in the middle of it and said that she had locked herself out of the office. And so she's like running down Main Street and I'm running back up Main Street.
I remember that. I got a tinkle.
Fantastic. You better watch out. You're going to burn yourself.
I'm not either.
You are. I'll burn you.
You'll probably burn me. I have to pee though. Hey, Charmin!
You love me? Hey. Do you love me? I love you too. You need more water? Did you say hi yet? Say hi. There you go. That's enough. That's enough. No, no more. No more. Okay. Look what I found in my pocket. Mom. It's $7 in my pocket. Hurry, we gotta hide it before mommy sees it.
Because Ashley and Alyssa are usually there for softball, and that way, if you cut this right here, you can get them over.
Just lose it in there until next time, right? Right? Right?
Because you wear these, like during, like right before the game happens, you have to, they snap all up the sides.
It takes the wind and it snaps it.
Can I have a kiss? Kiss me. Give me a kiss.
Tell her to say stop it. Say stop it. Ouch, shit, I burnt the hell out of myself.
Are you okay?
No, I burnt the hell out of myself. You have a problem listening.
No, are you okay?
No! I burnt myself and
Did you touch the metal?
You know what, Tiffany? Get out of here.
You did!
So? At least I'm not.
And I'm the silly one.
But I'm not bitching about it like your little burn.
Just so y'all know, it's not a silly burn. It's a hurtful burn. That's so our children can know. I showed it too. Look,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
my burn.
It's a
This is
little
what
burn.
he did. He stabbed me with a fork.
You wish. I'm about to do it now.
No, you're not. Get out of here. It's to sharpen knives.
Bonk.
I know, that's what I always thought of.
No, this might be good for you. Sharpen it just right. It's like ideal zombie killer.
No shit. No shit.
Are you singing?
Say Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby.
Say Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? Can you sing with me? Quit splashing me. I'll bite you again. No, that wasn't me.
All right. I'm done. That's too much.
Oh, you know tomorrow you're gonna probably have to keep looking. I have my doctor's appointment at 2:30.
Is it to have your bitch fixed?
Yes.
Doubt that.
No, it's to tell me if I qualify for the surgery. And then at 4:30,
Ouch.
high five.
No, you know what she did? You walked off. She said, Scooby Doo, where are you?
Oh, let me see.
Do you know what I gotta do tonight? Well, starting tonight,
What?
watch season 2 of Stranger Things. You know, I watched one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time, and that's like saying a lot considering I've been watching those trauma films.
Well, and we've watched Ghost Rider 2.
No. This one could very well surpass Ghost Rider.
No way.
Not on silliness, but just terrible ass stories.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
Bullet to the head. It was
Who's it got in?
Sylvester Stallone
Oh, well, that's right there.
and
Not the poopy movie.
no. But it also had Han from Tokyo Drift, all
Yeah.
the other Fast and
Yeah.
Furious. But it immediately started out with you like it shows Sylvester Stallone and his partner. They're like hitmen.
Okay.
They're kind of likable. Like, this is the very beginning. They're kind of likable, but they're going to like kill this guy, and they get up to his room. They kill him, and then Sylvester Stallone goes in the other room to the bathroom or whatever, and there's this hooker taking a shower.
Yeah.
And he sees a tattoo on her shoulder. It's like a jaguar. And he like decides not to kill her. And they leave. Well, then they go to the bar to get their money. And instead of their money, Sylvester Stallone goes to the bathroom. His partner, not Han from Fast and Furious, some other guy. He gets stabbed in the lungs and heart at the bar by Jason Momoa. Aquaman.
Oh, yeah.
And
I was like, wait, I know that fucking name.
and so then like Sylvester Stallone goes after him, but he can't find him or whatever. And then you find out Han is a cop from Washington D.C., but he's in New Orleans or wherever it is because the guy that they killed was his ex-partner, who's like a coke he became a bad cop basically, but he wanted to find out. This is where I had the problem immediately. He goes to the morgue to identify his ex-partner. While he's While he's identifying that body, he looks over and there's Sylvester Stallone's partner, and he's like, "What's that guy's story?" And they're like, "Oh, just some hitman. He blah blah blah. Somebody, punctured his lungs and all that." And then all of a sudden he calls and he wants like the time frame. And then all of a sudden he realizes that this guy probably killed his partner. And I'm like, there's no way you would put that together within like 10 minutes, because he's not a great cop. But they tell him that if he's going to stay in the town, he has to give him his gun. So he doesn't have a gun. He goes through this entire movie, basically, Sylvester Stallone protecting him. He gets shot, all this crazy stuff. The best part about that movie, though, was Christian Slater playing the mastermind villain, which I think he gets killed and interrogated by Sylvester Stallone, the other guy, but he did great. Christian Slater did. Jason Momoa was a badass. He was the best part of that whole thing. He walks into a bar because there's this the ex-cop left these files talking about a congressman taking bribes or whatever. He walks into this bar to talk to this gang member, and they're like, "Hey, can I help you? Can I help you?" And he just walks through. They don't stop him or nothing.
But they're asking him if he can help.
Yeah, and so he goes to the back room. They're like, "Hey, are you looking for Lucky Joe or something like that?" He never answers them. And then all these guys in this bar just look at each other and they're like, "That was weird." He walks into this room where they're gambling, and with the silencer just bam, 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 shoots 3 out of 5 people there. He looks at this other guy. He says, "What's the combination of the safe?" The guy's just standing there frozen, so he shoots the other guy that's still at the table. The guy's like, all right. So he goes over, he opens the safe, he just shoots him.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah. And then as he walks out, he takes out his other gun that doesn't have a silencer, or he takes the silencer off. And he's just walking out, but instead of just walking on out, he murders everybody in the bar. Just bam, 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 just all of them dead.
I mean, he is Khal Drogo.
But it gets better because the whole time he does this, Jason Momoa has this sweet, satisfied smile on his face the entire movie. And then at the end, he ends up going rogue. He takes out the entire criminal organization that he was working for, that Sylvester Stallone and Han were going against. Jason Momoa just kills them. But as he's leaving, Sylvester Stallone's like, "Let's do this, you killed my partner, blah, blah, blah," which he said he only knew him for 6 months, but he was a decent guy. So he's taking revenge on a guy who he just works with. He's an alright guy.
Right.
But that was the best part, because Jason Momoa starts talking about how in 1910 these firefighters saved this building, and they had a little plaque with 2 fire axes in honor of the firefighters, blah, blah, blah. And he breaks that. Sylvester Stallone's like, "So are we going to do that?" Because Jason Momoa had a gun, but he was going to go hand to hand with Sylvester, so he just popped it all apart.
Ooh.
And he breaks his glass. He throws one axe on the ground, takes the other axe, and Sylvester Stallone's like, "What are we, Vikings?" And
It's Jason Momoa. He could play a
they
Viking.
start fighting with these axes, and it was a good fight on Jason Momoa's part. He was the best part about that entire movie, and you know,
Is it newer?
like 2012.
Okay.
But do you know how the good guys won? Han walks up, shoots Jason Momoa right before he gets Sylvester Stallone. Like that entire fight, he's a badass, and you're just gonna BAM, and he's done. And then after that, Sylvester Stallone's like his daughter's over there with the guy from Fast and Furious, and she doesn't really like him. He don't really give a shit. And he's like, all right, now there's just the matter of handling you legally. Sylvester Stallone shoots him in the shoulder. That's the second time he's been shot in the shoulder over here.
Han?
Yeah. And so then he's like, here's your story. The bad guys all killed each other, and then I shot you. And they killed each other, and then I killed these people, and then I shot you. And instead, what Han tells the cops is that they all turned on each other, and Sylvester Stallone just left or something like that. So nobody was even looking for Sylvester Stallone. He had no part of it, basically. And then it's like, it says like 6 weeks later, and Han, I guess we'll call him, he tells Sylvester Stallone, meet me in a bar. So they meet, and he's like, all right, so here's the deal. He's like, while I was in the hospital doing rehab and all this other stuff, I got to know your daughter. Like, really know your daughter. That's what he said. He goes, really know your daughter. And Sylvester Stallone goes, really know my daughter? I'm going to leave. And he's like, this is what I want to tell you. He goes, everything you've done in the past, I'm going to ignore. But the next time I find out you're killing somebody, he goes, you're mine. And Sylvester Stallone's just like, fuck you. And he leaves. And that's the end of the movie. But I was like, that is the worst. Like, Han figured shit out too quickly. Sylvester Stallone was just, I don't know, it was like I was supposed to like him from the start, but they never gave me anything to like him. He was just Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
The only reason why I liked Han, oh, that was something else. So he didn't have a gun most of the movie.
Right, that's what you
He's
said.
also not fighting a lot of people. He's just beating people up. And then all of a sudden, at the end, to save Sylvester Stallone's daughter, all of a sudden he's like Jackie Chan. It was like this was supposed to be like Criminal Rush Hour or something like that. But instead of a fighting Jackie Chan type guy, it's just some guy who sometimes uses a gun and sometimes just hits people. And then all of a sudden he's got all these like crazy moves, but it's only for like one fight and it's over within 40 seconds or so. At least that I saw. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough. But it was fucking nuts. And I was like, that was terrible. Like, I know Sylvester Stallone does, you know, anything after... Because I kind of liked Rambo 4. But anything after Rambo 4, I just can't get into. Post Expendables, I just can't stand. I haven't seen Creed, and I know I've seen Rocky 6. I haven't seen Creed, though. But otherwise, I don't watch those Stallone movies because they're too cheesy.
Well, he plays the same freaking character.
Generally, yeah.
Every single time.
Well, and that's what
the
this...
character he played from Expendables was the exact same character he played in other freaking
Imagine
movies.
that character, but like a silent hitman who doesn't like anybody. That was bullet in the head. It was pretty bad. Hey! Cookie, go lay down.
Oh, shit.
Go lay down. I think these are done.
Well, this stuff is sticking to my hand every time I go to...
What's the other movie I watched? tried to finish Blood Diamond. That one's pretty good.
It is.
I fell asleep or rented a game when Grandma and Dad watched it years ago. But it was, my only problem with it is Leonardo DiCaprio's accent, because he plays the English. Didn't care for that. But I watched something before Bullet in the Head. Oh, Hateful Eight. That was good. That was really good, actually.
Now I feel stupid because I fell asleep.
Oh, don't worry about. Did you see who was in it? Like the surprise actor?
No, I've seen.
'Cause there wasn't 8 people in that place in the haberdashery.
No, there wasn't.
There was 9.
Yeah, there's the guy underneath.
Yeah,
Because he shot,
Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn.
Did you see who that guy was?
No, I don't know who he is.
It was Channing Tatum.
You're fucking kidding me. Is he trying to be, what's his name from Twilight? Because it was a pretty funny, like, it was kind of funny.
Oh, because of Ridiculous 6? Yeah.
I'm
What's
like
his
a
name?
fish out of water.
What's his name?
Fuck.
Can't think of his name.
I'm so sorry, Jacob. I can't think of his name. Taylor Lautner.
There you go. Yeah,
I follow him on Twitter.
I really like him on Ridiculous 6.
I really like
But
him
no,
in
it wasn't-
general, but I
It
liked
wasn't even
him.
like that.
I liked him even more after seeing Ridiculous 6.
No, it wasn't really like that. But, what was her name? Domergue?
Yeah.
He's her brother.
Oh. So, what's his name was not wrong for thinking what he was thinking.
I don't know who it was, because everybody there was thinking something else.
The bounty. The main guy that
Kurt Russell?
Yeah, I couldn't think
I
of his
wouldn't
name.
call him the main guy after he died like that.
Well, no, but he was her main holder.
That was like,
That was a horrible way to fucking die, though.
that was so much like Death Proof.
Oh my god, and the fact that, like, he threw up all that blood on her face and she just starts laughing. I'm like, yeah, I like that bitch. She's crazy.
She is crazy. No, it was a good ending. Tarantino. Can't go wrong.
Well, no, I fucking love Tarantino.
I really can't think of a Tarantino movie I really don't like. My dad didn't like Pulp Fiction.
What?
I remember him and Mom going over to my uncle's house and his wife to watch Pulp Fiction, and then because I wanted to watch it, I was probably like 7, 8.
I didn't watch that movie until I was 18.
Well, they didn't let me watch it.
Oh.
I had to go downstairs with the other kids, but...
Yeah, I didn't watch that movie until I was
Well, because
18,
Dad
19.
thought it was going to be more of a Bruce Willis, John Travolta movie.
No.
And it was like just an all-star cast, like everybody.
Yeah.
But I remember him saying he didn't like it, and then when I watched it, I thought it was fucking amazing.
I actually...
Just because...
Alex got me to watch
Well,
it.
just because, like Reservoir Dogs, you're watching this whole thing, you think you know everything that's going on, and then all of a sudden,
A twist.
everything just clicks and makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is it, Bruce Willis has that watch that belonged to his dad that his dad smuggled in his ass out of Vietnam, and...
That's why I like Tarantino's movies. That's why I like Lost. That's why I like Saw. Because...
Do you like Shyamalan?
What's that?
Shyamalan, M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I like The Happening.
Yes.
I thought it was an interesting...
A very different way to go about an apocalypse happening, though, and I like
like
that.
the tree, like plants
Yes.
taking revenge. Well, because what was that other movie we saw where it was like the plants at this temple would just kill everything? Oh no, that one wasn't as good. But
Nope. The Happening was really,
I
really
like
good.
The Happening. Sixth Sense is still... Sixth Sense will never be as good as it was the first time you watched
Oh,
it.
no, never.
There's no way you can beat that first time where you're like, what?
No!
But then, I've never watched The Village all the way through, but it's been so many years I know what happens. I never watched The Village 2, but I'm pretty sure that's not M. Night Shyamalan. What's some of the other ones? Signs. I like Signs.
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water was interesting.
I really like that one.
I thought it was funny more than anything, because like that one guy's just working on his right arm.
I know.
Like this arm's massive.
Yeah. Compared to the other one that is nothing.
What was the other one? I'm thinking of a couple.
It's got a...
Avatar: The Last Airbender, technically. Which, that gets a really bad rep. I mean...
Is it because of Avatar?
No, it's because it wasn't what people want. Like, they tried to cram the first season into the movie.
Right. I don't think it was terrible. Courtney, because Courtney grew up with Avatar, she said it was really good. She liked it.
I mean...
She said for what it was...
It's just like...
She goes, they're supposed to make more.
It's like Justice... They're not going to.
No.
They're bombed.
Yeah, that was her thing.
It's like Justice League and... Justice League and what's the other one? Green Lantern. Well, Batman vs. Superman and Green Lantern. It's like, what did you guys expect?
Yeah.
You're at least going to get a 2-hour movie because there's so much stuff they have to cram into it. And of course they're going to use CGI. Like, people complaining about the Green Lantern outfit being CGI is like, what did you want? Like, if you see the suit without the CGI and it's just that green suit, that looks silly as shit. But like the lights and stuff on it looks like a cosmic, powerful suit. And he played... Ryan Reynolds played Hal Jordan really good.
Yeah.
My only problem was the villain.
Yes.
They could have used a smaller villain instead of Parallax, and then at the end they teased
Why
Sinestro.
did they go with Parallax and not
I don't know, because
Sinestro is his main rival, right?
But Sinestro was a Green Lantern with Hal Jordan.
That makes sense.
You want to know what I think they should have waited and gone with New 52 Green Lantern, where he's already lost his powers. It's not an origin story, you know what I mean?
Right.
But he's lost his powers. Sinestro's no longer a Yellow Lantern. He's a Green Lantern again. What is it? The blue guys. I forget what they're called.
Oh, yeah.
The Guardians or whatever they're called. They're
Lantern Corps.
Well, they created all the lanterns, but anyway, they like banish Hal Jordan from being a Green Lantern and take Sinestro back. I didn't read Blackest Night, so I don't know why the fuck that is.
Yeah, you need to tell me.
But then Sinestro with his ring, he creates a temporary ring for Hal Jordan because he needs help. It's like a Green Lantern buddy cop movie would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been better. I think the biggest problem was there just wasn't enough Green Lantern Corps. But Parallax, I mean, because Hal Jordan turns into Parallax at one point. He became the Green Lantern villain Parallax.
Really?
And, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why I was confused when they had Parallax, and then they teased Sinestro at the end, and I'm sure the second one, a fight against the Sinestro Corps would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Completely missed that opportunity. And I hate the fact that Ryan Reynolds backs all the haters up. Making jokes about it.
I know.
Make jokes about it in Deadpool, but don't just hate on it.
Yeah, don't be a complete douchebag.
Because I really like Green Lantern. And then, you know, like Batman vs. Superman, what the fuck did you expect to come out of that?
Well, and you know, people are so mad about Batman vs.
It's
Superman.
two guys in their underwear and capes fighting. That's what I've been watching and reading since I was a little boy. And you just put them together for the first time in the theater. Like, I have no shame in saying that I watched that in a theater 2 days in a row. I loved the hell out of that movie. The story is a little problem, but I just explained to you Bullet in the Head. Bullet in the Head had a way worse story than Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are like, they expect too much, and then they're gonna get mad because of Flash. You know, he's a whole different character, different person that they, you know what I mean.
But
But
they say like the introduction of Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash in Batman vs Superman was like rushed and just sort of cheesy and stuff.
well, yeah.
And
but
they say it's because like they're catching up to Marvel. That's true.
yes.
But if you go back to 2007 to Iron Man 1, nobody was expecting to see an entire cast of superheroes from Marvel. It was just a good movie. Iron Man 1 was a great movie.
It really was.
Nobody thought you were going to see Iron Man and Spider-Man, but everybody's like, wouldn't it be cool if you could? And it's like 10 years later,
Yeah.
we got
yeah.
it, which is
Well-
it's cool, but nobody was expecting that. So yeah, DC is playing catch up. At some,
Do you want to use those phones?
yeah.
I
mean, we got Justice League coming out next month. I'm stoked.
fucking want to see Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we still need to see Wonder Woman.
Yes.
They're showing previews on TV now.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking see previews. I want to see it itself. Lydia.
Well, it's still in theaters.
No. It is actually at Family Video.
No, it is
Oh.
still in theaters.
Yeah, I need to see that
You
too.
said you want to see it itself.
I do. I do. I need to see it.
Yeah, I don't want people upset.
Well, and people get so mad and so upset, but it's like, come on now, like, serious? Like, you're gonna get really upset because this person is not who you expected, but yet,
Well, I was
Did
nervous
you-
about Henry Cavill because I really like Brandon Routh. Brandon Routh looked exactly like Christopher Reeves.
yeah.
So
But-
I really like Brandon Routh. And he's still a DC character. He's the Atom, but we're never going to see him in a movie screen.
Right.
But then, like, Henry Cavill did pretty good with Man of Steel. I like Man of Steel.
I do too.
People complaining about Superman and Zod destroying that much is kind of ridiculous. It's like you're really being picky.
Well, that's the problem, is people are being way too picky.
You're too critical.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's hot. That's hot.
People are being way too picky and they expect you to see, like, how many critics gave shit about who was playing Wonder Woman when Batman vs. Superman came out. And it's like, okay, but you're gonna tell me that, go ahead, find you a Linda Davis. Try to see if she's gonna do it.
No, because
Oh.
she's like 60.
Exactly. But you're not gonna, why can't
Linda
you-
Carter.
Linda Carter, yeah. Who's Linda Davis?
I don't know any Linda Davis. I might have a relative.
I bet that's what it is, and I just heard it.
And then,
But I mean, like your dad talks shit about her being Wonder Woman. You know, the new Wonder Woman.
because she
and I'm
wasn't
like,
tall enough.
yeah, and I'm like, actually, she's 5'10".
I think she stands next to Batman and Superman pretty good.
That's what I thought. Here, baby, I got yours. You ready for your num-nums?
No.
Num-nums!
Like, it doesn't matter how tall she is, it just matters, like, what she looks like standing next to these beastly guys.
Right.
And she looks pretty good. You're very welcome. Did you want some?
Yes, please.
I
You
guess I
want some
should
of
have
this?
asked. No, I think
You want some fun?
people are way too critical. They're no longer having fun at the movies. Yes, please.
No, they're really not.
They're looking for problems. And I've said this before, up there at Freddy's talking to a bunch of people. Everybody talks about Heath Ledger's Joker, Dobbs. He would go on about the proper Joker, and it's like there is like 5 or 6 different iterations
Kinds.
of Joker in the comics.
Yeah.
Not just the movies.
Right, and that's something that I read about
So-
because they talked about Jared Leto's. I was reading it when Jared Leto
Right.
became Joker, and they were talking about Heath Ledger's Joker was meant to be the crazy psychotic that just couldn't function because he is so fucked up in the head.
Right.
But that is one perception of Joker.
Right, and Jared Leto's is more like a crime boss who's just
They said that
dirty.
he said that Jared Leto's Joker was like a combination of Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger's Joker.
I can see it.
Because
But
he's
if,
crazy.
If the comics are still making brand new versions of Batman, Superman, Joker, why can't the movies have the what are creative
creative ideas,
creative freedom to make their own?
Because
No,
people
not,
are gonna sit here and get all butthurt and pissed off.
not every single person. It doesn't go on the table. It doesn't go on the table. Not every single person is going to agree with the Dark Knight Batman.
Right.
A lot of people still think the animated series Batman is the best Batman, which is kind of based off Michael Keaton's.
I'll give you that.
But-
I like that one.
But Christian Bale's Batman is not Michael Keaton's Batman.
No.
They're two different Batmans. And everybody loves Michael Keaton, they love Christian Bale. Quit being so goddamn critical. So it's dinner time?
Yes, it's there.
Alright, well I'm gonna stop this and we're gonna eat.
Okay. I feel like a lot of people are just, they're too fucking critical.
Yeah, they're too critical.
They
They're
wanna-
angry.
Very.
Angry people. You didn't make it their way is the problem.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like your dad. Your dad's kind of, he was extremely critical on Batman versus Superman, and in a sense...
He had his problems. I agree with his problems.
Which one?
But, and I gotta appreciate this from him, is while he did notice the problems in that movie, he also did enjoy a lot of that movie.
Yeah.
The fight with Darkseid and Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, he enjoyed that. It was some of the story elements. But again, you're trying to cram how many years of comic history into a 2-hour movie.
Yeah. Libby!
Alright, let's eat dinner. I keep trying to hit the pause button.
I got